Hello, everyone. This is Maradius, and today we are going to be doing more Super Mario Odyssey 100%. Hello, Luke Lima. I'm now officially gone through the process to become a Twitch affiliate, so that's nice. How much? And yeah, you can use the emote now. Clueless, because who boy am I going to be clueless? We can go as Retro Mario. All right, let's see. Obviously, it's time for Dark Side. So I think we're gonna do all the side rooms, then we're gonna do all the hint art, and then finally we're gonna do the boss rush. Oh, I guess since it's the first time going there, it's a new cutscene. My bad. Just casually, it looked a little weird seeing polygonal Mario like that, but it is what it is. Oddly carrot-shaped tower. Last word in dedicated wedding planning. Deadly inedible and similarly inedible owner. Cinches Tentara is carved in the direction of the vegetable-loving Madame Brood who lords over Rabbit Ridge. Her underlings, Broodals, live within and always have a warm welcome for visitors. Responsible for client relations on behalf of the Brutal's wedding planning firm, Topper is usually found on site troubleshooting. You can tell how serious he is about a battle by the number of hats he has stacked up on his head. He doesn't tap into his full hat reserves except for the most dangerous opponents, so you square off with him and he seems to be mostly hat. You should be honored and afraid. Okay then. Rango the bouncer. He's not the most focused, but Rango is a valuable player on the Brutals team, always coming through in the end. A master of his boomerang and trampoline hat. He can throw it both straight and curved with almost unnatural control over the way it flies. On the other hand, he sometimes zones out of bed, looks confused. That's your chance for a counterattack. Least predictable of the Brutals, Harry is most often found throwing bombs with their hair. When their homemade bombs explode, they leave a pool of fire on the ground, so try knocking them away before they explode. When they seem reckless to have filled their hat with bombs, Harry is devoting keeps a lot of spare explosives with her, so watch out. And spinning around with spinning poison in a wide area spewed is the least subtle of the Brutals, but he also has an unexpectedly artistic side, as his poisonous ground paintings show. Watch out for the moon's like gravity. You can still die falling off a cliff. Investigate all these stone card rituals. Get all 4 of the keys to the kingdom, and you know who they are. Who wrote this? Because clearly the Brutals have literally no interest in advertising their wedding firm. They're just like, yeah, we do weddings. What of it? And that's the end of the story. Oh, does the hint art and stuff not show up until after you beat the Brutals? Which that's fair. That's totally fair. So these just look like moon-colored luncheon vegetables, really. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what they are, honestly. Very insightful. Totally needed that. Alright, well, let's go beat them up. Hopefully. Now, I don't have any life up hearts, so that may be a bit of a problem. Hopefully, I don't get trounced. They just fly their airship in here. Do they have anything to say, or they just... Yeah, so what if you stopped the wedding? You can't stop me. You can't stop any of us Brutals. Come on, let's see you try. Never mind the fact that that's literally what we've done a bunch of. Right, it has low gravity. Okay, best to just let him come down and then jump up. Okay, not as effective as I would have hoped. We probably want to get some hats off first. That's a lot of hats. You know, I feel like I might have come a little close to getting hit several times. Alright, well, I'm already on 1 HP, so go figure. Well, he's dead, so we're good in that regard. Alright, on to the next. I know, is Captain Toad, like, at the halfway point, or is he, like, only before Mecha Brutal? I don't remember. Honestly, we're gonna have to try this a few times. Alright, what do you have next to say? Oh, it's you. Not nice barging into our kingdom like you own the place. What, you didn't even know this is where we live? Because I still got things to teach you. Good chance I just straight up die. I'm right, I need to aim them at her, not just... There we go. Well, this shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, I just do that. Okay, well... Alright, just need a little more space between... Okay, there we go. Nice dive. Oh, when I die, it's going to be painful. Okay, well, she's pretty easy. Honestly, she didn't even use some of the things that tripped me up in previous fights against her, so... Maybe this won't be too bad. It's still kind of annoying that I took so much damage from Topper. That's kind of unfortunate. Alright, nice low gravity bumping into stuff. Alright, well, time to see if we get any kind of reprieve or hearts or anything. I don't think we do. We're just gonna have to do these next 2 fights without taking any damage, which... Yeah. I predict a restart in their future. Our home's here smiling and all, but I'm ready for my own ship. Yours! Oh yeah, the Odyssey's gonna fit me real good once I've kicked you to the curb. I find it weird, like, they just say brutal instead of giving them their names. Like... What's the point in that? Like, come on. Just let him do his own thing. It doesn't really matter. Just go in a triangle. Is it really going to be like I just take the most damage from Topper? Okay, I got a... I misaimed my jump. In fact, there might be a life up heart. Excuse me, outside the tower somewhere. So I will take a quick look just because that would make things a little less tedious. But if it's not, then it's no big deal. Question is, where would it be? I don't see any special indication of anything, so there just might not be one. Ooh. Yeah, maybe there is no life up heart. Well, that's unfortunate. We'll just have to do this the old-fashioned way. So in other words, I need to not be garbage against Hopper. It's definitely just a little bit annoying just because, well, there is... And you can just make so many dumb mistakes, and having to fight all of them in a row is just... Oh. Yeah. Low gravity certainly does not help. We just play it safe with Topper. Safe enough. Yep, just like that. I mean, like, there's too many hats to really know which one is the real Topper. So just wait it out. Don't take unnecessary damage. Okay. You know, just die. No point going... Why did I struggle with Topper of all of them? I mean, I guess Harriet and Spewart aren't that difficult. It's really just Topper and Rango. Oh well, it just means it'll take a few tries. Once I get consistent at Topper, they're done. I hope. Just let him do his thing. That, I could have aimed that poorly and that would have been bad. It's so... his hat is just way too tall. Oh my gosh. It's so easy for him to get cheap hits in. Well, like I said, just means that it's going to take a few tries until we get consistent at Topper, and then the rest of them should just be easy peasy. Dark side, yep. Definitely, I'm just trying to get used to doing these patterns right, because it is just a little bit tricky than compared to the method I normally use. Alright, well. Okay, well, if we can just keep that, then we should be able to easily take no damage from him. Okay, well, I didn't need to, like, do that much, but good enough. I can't skip? Okay. Already killed him. I don't need to see the cutscene every single time. It's fine. Well, at least Harriet and Spirit should be no issue. Rango, I don't... I might have some issues with, just because I want to say he's a little finicky, but maybe I'm just remembering wrong. And then Mecha Brutal, we're going to have to wait and see. I think overall should be fine. Need to get her, throw her just like that. So gravity there is a little bit annoying, but it's fine. Okay, well, I'm just bad at timing. It doesn't really matter, because she's just going to do... Okay. Bad at positioning too, I guess. Okay. Okay, now I'm just being bad. Really, really did not need to take a hit there. But we'll manage. Okay, come on. Aim it towards her, please. Alright, well, she's done. Now we move on to Spewart, who should be easy. Something, something, yeah. I really need to get better. People probably just have a really easy time when they speedrun the game a lot for obvious reasons, but I'm not a speedrunner, so just do not have that muscle memory built in. Alright, let's fight Spewart. This is where we died. And, like, he shouldn't be that bad. It's just... you can get not the best aiming, I guess. I guess just walking around is a little annoying after you jump on him. Alright, well, now he's dead. Now we can move on to Rango, and then... hopefully we don't have any issues with him, but you never know. So I went and double-checked the stuff with Luigi's Balloon World. You apparently need to link your Nintendo account to do it, and I've not linked this profile to a Nintendo account yet, so I probably not going to be able to do Luigi's Balloon World to grind coins. We're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way, unfortunately, which is a Bowser's Kingdom sub-area, I believe. Alright, Rango, you going to act all tough now that all your buddies are dead again? Gotta say, the whole time we were perfect as perfect gets. Did everything Bowser wanted. Then you mucked it up. No one will hire us now. So guess what? You're gonna pay for all of it. Well, I need those coins for something else. I'm sorry. I can't really pay for your losses because of that. Okay, that is a little scary. No, I don't want to take damage there. Alright, well, hopefully I can avoid taking any more damage. Need to play carefully. Alright, well, that works for me. Then we have Captain Toad, who will help us out a little bit, I think. And then off to fight Mecha Brutal. Which that could be rough. I don't know. I know they don't expect you to do this on 1 HP. I hope they don't expect you to do it on 1 HP. That would definitely be a bit too rough, I think. Oh, they give you 1 heart. I mean, maybe Captain Toad helps you out a little bit more than that, please? I was on an extra floaty walk when I wound up here somehow. When you know, I found a power moon along the way. It's all yours, Explorer. Okay, so that's a one-time heal. Okay. Well, let's just not mess it up. It's that easy. Just, don't make any mistakes. We're at full HP. It's fine. Yeah. Hee hee hee. Ha ha ha. Yeah, let's finish this, party crasher. And that worked out so well for you last time. Oh, there's Hammer Bros now? Alright, well, I just... Okay, well, get a little better... I can just do this, right? Works for me. Alright, now we just need to go around and avoid them. Well, let's... Okay, do that. That works. That works. Alright. You just need to get 2 more hits in. Is he going to do his Star Phase? Sure is. Still at it. That's fine. Still at it. Okay. But it's slow enough to get moving and it doesn't really matter. We just keep doing that. It makes it so easy. Okay, well, this fight ended up being a lot easier than I was expecting. Okay, I didn't need to take that damage. Okay, well, it was literally just Topper that was the issue. Somehow, we took more damage to Topper than everyone else. It's unbelievable, really. Madame Brood didn't even bother to show up here. You just must not care at all, really. Well, we got our moons from the moon. Okay, so obviously next up we're going to do the sub areas, and then we're going to do the hint art, and then we move to darker side, which could be a little rough. And obviously we get to look like a king. All right, what do you have to say? You're here on a big expedition? Just, okay. Just disrespecting the Brutals as much as you can. I got it. Keep getting as we saw you defeat the boss. Yeah, that is kind of like the one slight issue with being affiliated is ads, but it does get me revenue, so if you want to use an ad blocker or something, that's fine. I don't really care. But that's just part of Twitch, really. Alright, well, I didn't expect just a random hidden block there. Did you promise me one day? That would be appreciated, but do what you feel like doing. Rip Yoshi, I'm just bad at this. Okay. Alright. Okay, I see how it is. Like, it can't be that hard to get Yoshi over there, right? Yeah, surely you got better movement than that, Yoshi. So I'm like, I'm just... Okay, well, you're expected to get up on top there, so I'm... Right, what? Why did I think there was a hidden block there? Was it just to be rude? No, it's so you can get up as Yoshi. I'm so dumb. Okay, but there's one fruit over there and we already got it, so we're good? I do need to, like, work out what the best method for doing ads, because obviously I don't want to, like, scare away viewers and stuff, but at the same time, like, if I don't have ads, then, like, I don't really get any revenue, so it's kind of like, darn if you do, darn if you don't, and it's just a little rough. Alright, we're dying again. I see how it is. Dying a lot more in this room than we really should be. You just had to die at the very end again, Yoshi, huh? Yeah, I know it's my fault, but, like, come on. I'm just bad. We had Yoshi die again. Hacking heck, man. Maybe if Yoshi had better jump tech, then like it wouldn't be so bad. But okay, that was kind of my bad, but also like, come on. These jumps just don't feel that good. Alright, come on, you can get it. You can get it. Yoshi. Yeah, it might as well be with how much I've dunked him in here. Probably should not have done that. Alright. On to the next one. We'll take a look at all this in art. I will make sure to track all of them. Hopefully. So that we can go through them one by one and I don't have to keep returning back here. Okay, well, this is a little trickier when we can't get rid of the goop. That doesn't do anything. Okay, well. Like, I do remember this sub area existing. I just have, like, no real. I don't remember how you're supposed to, like, actually clear the poison. I don't even know if you can. I mean, other than, like, jumping on piranha plants. Alright, well, this will take a tad bit getting used to, that's for sure. Well, that's still certainly suboptimal, but... Okay, I couldn't remember if the whole path over there was invisible or if it was just you had to jump it. Well, we can hop on this section. It's safe enough. Now we just wait, reach our destination, and then we can start beating up the big piranha plants. Hopefully. Okay, okay. Clearly I don't know how to fight them without Cappy. And now we don't get the heal. It's okay. Just play good. It's just that easy. Ignore the fact that I'm definitely not really playing good. Alright, and then we just need to get over there. Gosh, they have high hitboxes. And he just hit me. Okay. Well, this is just gonna take a little bit of practice at all. Alright, just jump off at this point. I do need to figure out a consistent way to beat up these guys without using Cappy. Harder than it looks, really. Okay, screw you, buddy. Now we wait for the cycles to align. Then we go over to this other section. Okay, well, you place that poison in a mean spot. Just wait for it to spit. What? Oh, come on. I'm really getting annoyed at these guys. I mean, of course, it would help if I wasn't just, you know, garbage, but still. Just jump off at that point. I know I'm losing coins, but it's fine. We just grind up a bunch of coins later. You know, we can just ignore this guy. We don't have to actually do anything. Okay, well, you put the poison there after I jump. Okay, so the rot will just straight up kill them when you run into them with it. Okay. I almost fell off the ledge. I kind of got lucky there, but it's whatever. We're good. Now just don't hit any poison on the way to getting the moon. Harder than it looks, really. Okay. On to the next sub-area. Which is the one that's right up here. Okay, so this, but with Yoshi. I mean, it seems like the play is destroy stuff with the Sherm and then make way for the Yoshi. Yeah, that's pretty much what you do. It shouldn't be too difficult. Is there... Okay, all the fruit... Well, okay, there's some fruit up there. Question is how... Well... Okay, I guess you could probably just jump from above. That seems like it would be the logical move to do. Okay, do you need a Sherm over here to start with? Okay. Should have just cleared the whole area first with the Sherm and then gone through his Yoshi. Screw that car. Yep. Yeah, it really is just go up there with Yoshi. What is this weird thing? I don't know. Anyways, property damage? Go up here. those. I mean, I guess I'll take some free coins. Not sure what the whole point of that was. I guess hidden blocks over there, just reveal them. Probably should be more mindful of the Sherm. Okay, you know, it's fine. It's probably good enough, right? Go grab Yoshi again. And it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, I just want to see if you can ground pound with Yoshi. No, you cannot, because that is the same button to uncapture. Actually, grab the fruit, thank you. They really like using Yoshi here, huh? Let me just double check. I want to see with the ads if I can like change the way it's done a bit. I'll just run shorter ads for now. And hopefully it's not too bothersome. It doesn't really matter too much until more viewers show up anyways, so it's not really a big deal. Let's go over here. And then, what, that's, okay, no, there's still some down there. Okay. Another sub area down. Ditch Yoshi out here in the rain. He'll show up wherever he's needed. So, who cares, really? There's so much fan art here. Alright, let's see. There's another spot right here. Okay. Don't you normally have the scooter for this? So now this is just do it without the scooter? Okay, well, bonking like that's not really going to be helping. All right. Doing this without Cappy is a little bit difficult. Okay, and I just missed the P-switch altogether. Okay, I see how it is, game. I see how it is. These dark side sub areas are definitely a lot more challenging than their original parts. I mean, it makes sense. This is supposed to be the hard bonus area, but still. Okay, well, I can't start out by bonking like that. I'm just gonna die because I run out of time. Need some more long jumps, maybe. Gosh dang! And like, I know my technique is incredibly flawed, but still. Okay, well, we almost made it that time, but still a little rough. My coins are hurting right now. It's fine. Don't hop over the P-switch, Mario. We have some coins that's okay to lose in the process of doing this, but we don't have that much coins that we want to be reckless with them. Okay, made it that time. You know what? No, 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 no. Go back, go back, go back. Okay, we got the secret moon. Now we just need to get the other moon, which I mean, there's no difficulty. We're pretty much already done. Don't ask how there's this whole city on the moon. I mean, I guess obviously there's a kingdom. There's all these rabbits there. There obviously could be a thriving metropolis here, but no, we just get this. And that will take us up to the top right. Oh, here's 8-bit Rosalina. A few extra coins, greatly appreciated. And what's in this one? Right, guess what? It's more Yoshi. They just can't get enough. All right, fine. We'll do it again. Well, we don't have to go after all the fruit this time, so it will be easier, but still. Well, like, We should be a bit further along than we are, but... Grab the fruit. Well, it was nice knowing you, Yoshi. Be a little better next time. Yeah, I guess really the blame should be on me, but we're going to ignore that fact. I'm gonna wait for the cycles. Definitely makes doing this Yoshi much more annoying. Alright, well that wasn't that bad. Oh, goodbye, Yoshi. It was nice knowing you as you get immolated. Alright, well, so there's at least one other one. I missed the first one already. That's embarrassing. Alright, so where is the other sub-area that we have not been to yet? Is it just like a pipe in an obvious spot? I could easily see that being the case. What do you have to say? Can't get a power moon at the tippy top anymore, but I bet the Brutals will put up a good fight if you want to go another round. So now they're just punching bags. Okay. I mean, to be fair, they were pretty much punching bags the whole time, but still. Well, maybe there's another one back at near the Odyssey. I don't know if that's actually the case, but it's worth checking. Yep, there sure was. Okay, no wonder why I missed that one. Yeah, I knew that this one existed out there, and that's probably this one I was missing. Well, this will be a little more challenging since we can't just control the bonsai bill ourselves. All right, I waited for him, and I did not get a good angle. My bad. All right, just bad movement altogether. I mean, it shouldn't be that bad. Well, I mean, long jumping across those lower platforms may be a tad bit tricky, but we'll break that bridge when we get there. Yeah, okay, this may be a little challenging. Not really surprising that it is, but still. Alright, we'll line ourselves up. Okay. I just need to get into a rhythm and we'll be fine. I hope. Let's see. Gosh, that is a little tight on the timing. Oh, I'm gonna be so cooked for Darker Side, aren't I? If I'm playing this poorly. Okay. There we go. I just did it right this time, I guess. All right, let's start looking at all this hint art and let's see how bad it really is. The answer is it's going to be very bad, but we're also going to take a quick check just to see how much there is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 hint arts. Okay. Well, let's get started on checking them out. All right, that's the first one. I'm going to be like taking screen caps of stream just to make sure I easily pull them up. Anything back here? No. Oh, this is obviously the garden and Mushroom Kingdom. This is obviously Cloud Kingdom. Well, yeah, these there's probably some that are going to be quite difficult, but these aren't it. These aren't the difficult ones at all. Right, well, that's obviously Metro Kingdom. I think like I'm probably going to do them in like reverse order, so I end up at the Mushroom Kingdom one last, so that we can get the achievement moon from Toadette. That's like 4 of these so far. 5. Alright, that's just a little bit esoteric, but we'll be fine. We can't forget the ones down here. Or rather, the one down here. Okay, so I did remember there being a moon there. I just didn't realize it was hint art. Because I'm pretty sure both when doing it initially and doing the post or the moon rock stuff, I was just trying there in the hopes of getting a moon, but there wasn't one there. I wonder why. All right, let's see. This one is obviously going to be luncheon. I need to take a quick look. What is the difference actually? Want to take note of that before I head out? Simon, I'm not actually seeing the difference right now. Hmm. Gosh, am I just blind? It feels like I'm blind. Where is it? Oh, come on. Where is it? Let me. You take me. This. I assumed there was something missing, but maybe it's just something's colored differently. Hmm. Oh, this is annoying me, that's for sure. Like, you'd expect it to be like one guy is maybe moved out of position or something, but everyone, it just looks identical to me. Let me see. Where is it? I can't believe this is the one that's stumping me. All right, let me take just look at my TV screen a little bit closer. Okay, I see it now. There's a guy missing at the top right. I'm just a little dumb. All right, so we got that one. Or well, we will get that one. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need to find 3 more hint arts. Apologies for being so blind that it took me several minutes to find that one. That looks like it's got to. Well, that could be either Moon Kingdom or Ruin Kingdom. I legitimately don't know which. Yeah. Put the clueless in chat for that one, but I did figure it out at least. But all right, so 2 more to find. That one will definitely trip me up a bit as I search for it. Coins from Rosalina. Now the question is, where are the last 2 bits of hit art? All right, here's one. That's Sand Kingdom. I can find that one pretty easily. I think that leaves one more bit of hint art we need to find. Let's see, where was it? Oh wait, it's right here. Okay, that one. I don't actually know where there's pillars that look like that. I mean, it probably won't take that long to figure it out, but yeah. All right, so let's stop by Ruin Kingdom first. We're gonna assume that that one is in Ruin Kingdom, or the one with the I don't remember his name. Is it Poochie? whatever the dog is. The one in the cave. Because that looks too rough to really be any other place but ruin. But maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm not wrong, but you never know. Question is there a spot that looks like that around here? Well, the answer is not really. Yeah, it might not be here at all, actually. Okay, but get past the little rock. All right, well, if it's not here, then I'm going to have to figure out later where that is. JK, it was right there. I just thought there would be, like, an outcrop, but no, we found it just fine. Alright, so 9 more to go. Which kingdom to go to next? I'm assuming there's only going to be, at most, one in each kingdom. So we know... Let's spell the luncheon one. And yeah, I remember this. Just go to Peronza Plaza. And go to where the one guy was missing. Gonna have a lot of loading times here. That's just a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. I'm obviously not a 100% speedrunner. I'm just bad at the game sometimes. Like, why did I just jump and miss the ledge completely? Fine, we'll go over the fruit. Wait, no, he's right. There we go. Alright, and then go back to the Odyssey. We're gonna have to see that long animation every single guy. Seaside. Gosh, I really don't remember where those pillars were. That's definitely going to be a potential problem. Alright, so from here we go to the binoculars. Well, that's not exactly the way it was pointing out. Okay, yeah, we go north to the binoculars this way. There we go to the umbrellas over here. Talking about these 3 umbrellas? I think so. So the pillars south of those, it should be right here. Yep. Easy enough. that still leaves 7 more we gotta find. Who boy? Oh, you know what? Those pillars are probably in Light Kingdom. For some reason, I thought in my head there was hand art that already corresponded to Light Kingdom, so that couldn't have been Light Kingdom. But no, it's just Light Kingdom. I'm just blind. Well, anyways, we already know where this one is. I knew about it before I even realized it was a Dark Side hand art moon. Go down there. And then now we go down to the racing grounds. And then it's just up here. Okay. Let's not do that. At least you can jump back up that way. Okay, so that leaves what? 6 more? Slowly but surely making your way through. There's no hint on in Wooden Kingdom, which is interesting. Alright, so Metro, this one should be really close. I mean, like, well, okay, it's one of these helipads, but which one is a good question. Oh, okay, we should probably look for the one labeled with an H instead of a different sign. Well, you think it'd be here, but I guess it's not. Yeah, because it doesn't quite line up. All right, well, there's another H somewhere, right? Well, this would be a good time to use binoculars, wouldn't it? Where are the binoculars? They're probably down below, but... Or is it over there? Is that count as a helipad? I don't know. Oh, well, okay. Go to the heliport. Duh! That would be a place. Yeah, it's right here. Okay. All right, 5 more to go. Making good progress on these. But it's taking a little longer than I would have liked. Just because we still do got to get through all of Darker Side. Which is challenging, to say the least. Lost doesn't have one. All right, Cloud Kingdom. Just look at the phases of the moon to find the moon. But not this one. It looks like it. Wait, no, there's 2 spots. Okay. They look very similar, but they're not the same. Yep, there we go. Alright. Now back to the Odyssey. We've got 4 more. And okay. Well, okay, so next one is the one in Light Kingdom. Find the pillars. I'm gonna assume it's near the town. But it might not be. Just, I gotta take a good look all around. Yeah, I see pillars up there, but they don't look like they're quite the right size, so I'm gonna assume that's definitely gonna be in town. Okay, yep, it definitely is. So it should be right here. Yep, easy enough. I don't know why I thought there was a different one in Lake, so I didn't even think it was Lake for a bit. Alright, now we have the Sand Kingdom one. Little esoteric, but just gotta use the brochure for once. It's just clipping into the wall. Like, this is not the best place to land your big airship with its balloon, Mario. Just saying, it's really not. Alright, so C4 is going to be somewhere along here. Okay, that's not the most encouraging spot, honestly. Yeah, that doesn't look like something that'd be in C4, but well, we'll head over. Maybe I'm just missing something. Yeah, like it doesn't extend to the edge. Oh, yeah, it doesn't. So what could it be talking about? I mean, maybe it's that little area over here, but I don't know. No, it's not over here. It's not an edge. Or at least an edge with that. I'm actually kind of just a little stumped on like what it's actually showing. Yeah, it's too far north. I mean, well, a bit of the ruins encompassed in that, so it's probably in there. Not looking like it. I mean, no, 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 no. It's not. Who am I thinking? It's not sand at all. It's lost. Duh. The fact that the colors of the things were different should have tipped me off, but a little slow. It's alright. Oh, we'll be fine. Okay, yeah, see, the colors match up here, so it's got to be around here. But yeah, no, that definitely looks correct. And it has a certain shadow over it, so you know that that one's it when you... Okay, yep, it's right over here. Yep, just a little dumb. I saw orange-ish color ground, and I thought, oh, that's gotta be Sand. Nope. Alright, well, that just leaves 2 more. We're doing good. Now, admittedly, I don't know this exact spot in Cascade, but it shouldn't be that hard to find. Like, only so many spots it could be. Okay, yeah, it gotta be up near the top there. Just looking at the skybox and how it lines up. Right, that doesn't take you up to the heights. I need to click on the right checkpoint. My bad. Not that one. This one. They really got some nice skyboxes in this game. Alright, well, that is Cascade Kingdom done. So that just leaves the last one in Mushroom Kingdom, and then we go get our moon from Toadette. And then we're all done with everything except Darker Side and getting all the outfits. Oh boy, grinding out all the outfits is going to be rough. We may even have to like dedicate a whole stream just to grinding out outfits, which will kind of hurt a bit. I'm not gonna lie, but that's just how it is, unfortunately. There's always one thing that makes these streams take just a bit longer to get through. But it's fine. And let me actually pull this up. Alright, okay, there's coins there. And coins there. And there we go. Alright, let's speak to Toadette. We'll have all the achievements done. We'll have Mushroom Kingdom, Dark Side, both done, and then it just leaves Darker Side and outfit grinding. And achieved everything that is achieved. We'll put you over the top was Art Investigator. It sure was. That's the only one that you have to go to more than just everything before dark. Alright, so yep, just checking. Got all the moons. Yep. Alright. So that just leaves the Darker Side. Now this is probably going to be painful. A decent chance we spend the rest of the stream. If it's anything like Champions Road or, well, I'd say World S8 Crown, that wasn't too bad. So I'm just looking there. You can see There's that one mark on the inside to indicate darker or dark side. So that's neat. All right, but anyways, time to stop putting it off. Not that I was really putting it off. I was just trying to get everything done. No, we won't skip the movie. Even though this is functionally identical to the previous time we went to Part of the Moon. The real question is like, why do we even want to go to a darker side? It's just, I guess we can go somewhere else on the moon. We have enough moons to do it. Okay. Komina Crater. I forgot this one. And everyone else made it here before we did. What was even the point, man? Even more remote region. Every traveler's final stop. One serious crater. This giant crater was formed by a huge meteor collision long ago. The impact destroyed civilization that flourished on the moon, which is how Komina Crater came to be. The crater itself is so massive you cannot see the bottom. Interesting that they said that there's a civilization that was here. From here you can observe galaxies shining in ways you could never from home. Komina Crater features vistas entirely unique from those you can find on the dark side of the moon and Honeymoon Ridge. If you're feeling down or disheartened, just take a look up at the Milky Way from here. You can see each star twinkle as they nestle close to one another. It will be okay. You're not alone. You look up from inside the caverns, you may see deposits that look like cubic moon rocks. Were the rocks that fell planet-side originally formed here? Maybe. Maybe not. A Bewildering building. This colossal building stands in Komina Crater. If you look closely, it seems to resemble the City Hall in New Donk City. Some think it's based on New Donk City Hall. According to researchers, it might be one of the last remnants of the civilization that once flourished on the moon. But with little evidence, this theory lacks credibility. This is the only pipe that connects to the lunar interior. If you find it, we don't recommend jumping right in. What awaits is a trial so harsh, it lives up to the name Komina Crater. First, if you have the confidence of a traveler who's done everything else the world has to offer, give it a shot. Overcome this, and adventurers the world over will sing your praises. Giant lava zone spreads throughout this giant cavern. What waits ahead? How far does it go? These answers await those brave enough to enter this unknown, unexplored world. The only known flow of these. The mysterious building so close resembles New Donk City Hall. Reach the far recesses of the giant cavern where none dare tread. Test your skills with a hardened tourist one last time. And there we go. The last moons we need to get. Expect us to climb all the way up here first. Hit your head, beware. Launch yourself out there. Then you will do us proud. Don't give up even if you get knocked around a bit. Proud of you for trying this. We're rooting for you. Hip hip hooray. Be sure to keep it cool. If you get in trouble, do this for safety. You're not done yet. It'll be difficult. Good luck, courage, and inspiring. Here to cheer you on. Oh, everyone's here. Yeah, really is kind of interesting how they just had everyone. Just check, yep, one moon. It's not bonk. Go Mario, jump man. Wow, totally not cliche wording there, but interesting that they decided to show up. Well, we got these first trials, which is just getting up to the pipe, which is not that hard and is quite frankly the easy part. Now I know it's possible to. There's some trick you can do. I don't remember what it entails, but it is possible to just fly over there and skip the whole interior. All right, so. I'll just take a look around at my scenery. Do we need to fight this UFO to get life up heart? We might. Is this really going to be where I die? first in Darker Side is just trying to fight the UFO. Yep, it sure is. All right. Well, it's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. I don't even know if like this is even like strictly necessary if you want life up first. Why deal with all those Goombas when you can literally just jump from above? Oh, I still took damage. Alright. Well, got the life up part. We'll take it just to be safe. Because, oh boy, I'm obviously going to need it. Will be a little bit annoying getting that every single attempt I do, but go. Alright, I'm doing this really poorly. But it's fine. Not the direction I wanted to go, game. Right, fine. We'll wait. We'll wait. Alright, that works for me. Of course, probably would be good to look for any extra hearts just to replenish, but it's okay if there's not. Alright, there we go. We'll take that. Alright, just gotta be careful with this. Alright. Well, I mean, this hasn't been so bad so far. But there's still many sections left to go, so I shouldn't get ahead of myself. So Bowser really did a lot of the modeling for this place, huh? There's so much of his image everywhere. Just get rid of those Burbo. Of course they're gonna come back. Really shouldn't be surprised. Alright, well, I didn't do that the best way, but it's fine. Not a whole lot you could do. Alright, Marioshi time. I need coins, so I'm gonna grab these coins. See, like, I could hit that, but why would I? I could go after that extra heart, but is it worth it? Nah. Alright, let's stop and speak with the Sphinx one more time. Greeting the traveler. What is the only kingdom I, the great Sphinx, does not visit? You've been to Wooded. You've been to sand, you've been to seaside, it's mushroom. You give her a correct answer, just take this with you. Another life apart. Nice. Well, I know, I see, I answered the question correctly in all the land. Same for the big finish. Which one of these unique attributes do I not possess? Same resistance, waterproofness, gardening skill, 0 gravity, depth. Yeah, it's gardening. You're smart one, aren't you? But this isn't over yet. You think, I'm going to tell you right away, like I usually do, so you can just try again. You're dead wrong, so buckle up. Next question. What will you remember most about your adventures through all the kingdoms? Alright, well, we don't need to do those. It was probably talking to the Sphinx, but... No, there's like the legitimate answer, and then there's the answer the Sphinx wants, which... It is what it is. Yeah, I may have messed up a little bit. It's fine. Alright, let's do this right this time. Alright, now we just got... Glydon somehow made it this far by himself. Don't question it. I don't like all these urban sting bees flying around, but it's fine. The question is... okay, the real question is, how did all these Wolbonans get over here just fine? Need those coins. Now, I remember this section being a little tricky. I know you're supposed to do that to get rid of all the burbos, and it's supposed to make it a little trickier. So you don't get overwhelmed. Yeah, I figured I would take damage here. Just skip ahead a little, why not? And now we got the Pokio section. Just barely latched onto that. You know, we'll try going without the heart. We'll go beat up Donkey Kong, hopefully, maybe. Alright, let's timer this as well. Oh, 2 barrels. Kinda not cool. Okay, yeah, those cycles were mean. All right, now how far back is it going to send me? All the way back to the start? Yeah, of course. Figures it would not be that forgiving. All right, well, let's just not be dumb this time. All right, well, we did not do that timing right. Well, this is going to take a while. Each attempt takes so long to get there. Now, granted, this is mostly just because I did really dumb things. So it's no surprise. Died. Just gotta not repeat that this time. And probably actually go for the hearts if I need them. Well, it just means we get to talk to the Sphinx again. Alright. Just wait a moment. Get that last part. Alright, now we just... Okay. It's fine. We'll be fine. Alright, now just don't take damage... Or what, no, this isn't the part that I took stupid damage to. Nice camera. Go over here. May take a little bit of damage here, but it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Especially if the heart from the Sphinx is still there. Make it super easy. Well, I say super easy, but it's definitely gonna be anything but super easy. Don't really need Yoshi for this part. See if it's a bad idea that I'm not really going after these hearts, but hopefully we'll be fine. Okay, yeah, we just get this free. Really appreciate it. All right, let's answer this correctly. You do not possess gardening. Wonder if that is true, flattering Trem. I've just got a few questions left. You to go. Why do I ask people questions? I suppose I should no longer be surprised at your correct answers. Last one. What final words am I saving for It's alright. If I die, we'll just do it again. That one's definitely a bit of a interesting question. I'm not sure what kind of answer he's expecting. I guess it should have been like, you cheated or something, because he definitely does not act well when he calls you a lucky guesser. Alright, well. No, don't take more damage, Mario. Do not take more damage. We've already taken more damage than I should have taken at this point. You see, I just really want to see what happens when you answer all the Sphinx's questions correctly, you know? So I'm kind of just throwing for content here. I'm not playing badly, you see. Just do a little bit of gliding. Okay, since I dodged all the urban stingies the first time around, I kind of just forgot that they were actually possibly a threat. Oh boy. Already lost life of heart. Not a good sign. But we'll be fine. Yeah, no, it's just not worth it to have all those burbos. I just need to pay close attention to all of these circles. Not like that. Okay. Just get out of there. Get out of there. And this attempt's already cooked. Where is the heart? Okay, I didn't quite expect that to, I wanted to lean, but then I kind of forgot the consequences. Alright, we're back to the start! Once again, I pretty much die in that section. Unfortunate. Well, now we just wait until UFO is in optimal position, grab our... You know what, actually... Do we even need the Life of Heart for this first section? Or just get good at it, it doesn't matter. Well, we already got the one from the Sphinx for free every time, so we just get through this fine. Varying definitions of fine. Certainly very reckless on my part, but... we do get a heart here. This part is a little... Ugh. Okay, already lost the lava bubble, go figure. Oh, wait, no, I might be dead. Okay, yeah, no, maybe I underestimated this part. I kind of forgot that is a decent amount of time to reach the Sphinx. These Burbos could definitely mess me up. Oh, we got that at least, so that helps. I think we should be good now. Touch the Burbos. Now it's the freezing ice section, which I always take some damage. Let's wait a little bit. Well, there we go. That's how you do it without taking damage. Okay. Do that, do that. Careful here. And now we can get another attempt at the Sphinx. Which once I do that, obviously I'm gonna clear after that. I think the real challenge with Darker Side, it's not that it's like each of the sections are individually that difficult. It's just such a marathon that you're bound to make mistakes, and it just really, and no checkpoints at all. It just really hurts. All right, let's see if we can get this correct. Okay, yeah, saying, I'm a sincerely thank you for your time. This was just wonderful. Thought to use my questions to make friends all over the world. That was my plan as I traveled from kingdom to kingdom. But now in the end, I'm just so grateful to have met the two of you. Thank you. Keep on keeping on, brave traveler and hat who travels with them. We get a lot of cash. I do need a lot of money, so this is very greatly appreciated. Thank you, kind Sphinx. Thank you. Now let's actually finish this. I have a bad habit of losing health here, so let's kind of, not do that. That would be very appreciated. Throw the cap in the right place, Mario. And now we do that fine instead of making some dumb mistake. Let's avoid taking damage as Glide on. Alright, you'll love to see that. Alright, now the question is, can we get past this part reasonably? Because there's going to be an awful lot of these rings going out. Okay, we take damage from the burlos. All right, well, you know, that's still pretty decent. I don't think we're gonna risk going after the life up part here. Oh, okay. You can just hit the rock and be fine. Okay, well, all right. We're back to this part with more health than ever. You know what? It's fine. Defeat Donkey. We only have 3 hearts left, but that should hopefully be enough. And now this should be the last section. Got a painting of Bowser. Capture me. Okay, he takes a bit of time to move around. All right, well, you gotta understand, it is just a tad bit hard to... Okay, well, now I'm just being bad. All right, how many sections are left? Oh, this is a classic thank you thing. That is pretty funny to do that. Oh, no, you're getting an ad. All right, well, I will, I'm not going to collect the last moon while there's an ad playing. And what timing? What bad timing. Well, anyways, everyone is still over there instead of over here. You know, the funny thing is, like, technically speaking, we could have just flown the Odyssey all the way over here instead of, you know, having to go through the lunar interior. But it is what it is. Okay, well, let's go all the way around. We've come a long way, you and me. Oh, yeah, we got another coin stack here. Don't mind if I do. That will help go towards all the large amount of coins we still need. We've seen a bunch of different kingdoms. Okay, that was not the right spot to jump from. I mean, sure, we got shot down and stuff along the way. Oh, come on, make it up there. Okay, yeah, you're supposed to jump on this section. I think of all the hats. That's not really my thought process, but... This trip really was amazing. Thank you, Mario. It's been an honor walking a mile on your head. I'm just gonna see if anything last dialogue. No, it's just... And with that, we've got all the main moons. But there's this little tricky thing called capitalism. That means we still have a decent amount of work left to do. Well, that ended up not being too bad. Now we get the invisibility hat. Which I am going to change out of because heck, I can't really see myself. I didn't even realize we got the dog here. With that, we get the golden sail. We've gotten every single thing. A new portrait of Bowser appeared in the wedding hall. Well, obviously we gotta go do that. But first, we have to do a little bit of spending cash. Yeah, so it doesn't hurt as much when we die to Bowser. Alright, we'll just start buying outfits because it doesn't really matter. Got some new products in. Unfortunate. It doesn't look like you do, but I mean, I just see where they're at. Alright, well, we can't buy a skeleton suit. Let's buy the comma. Change later. You know what? Let's wear this, and we're just gonna beat up Bowser with his own outfit. Gosh, we're almost out of cash already. We still have so much more to get. So you 3,000, 4,000, 6,000, 7,000, 9,000, 12,000, 20,000, 23,000. Oh my gosh, there's so much. It's so pricey. Oh man. I forgot to put on the tuxedo. Alright, well. Mario gets his own little shell too. Well, this seems like a good outfit to trounce Bowser in. Now let's actually do the Bowser rematch you're supposed to do, and not redo the one that not. What a super scary painting. Well, it can't be that bad. Is it just gonna be the same dialogue? It's looking like it, but we'll still. Okay, yep, it's same dialogue. Alright, let's see how long it takes for us to beat this harder Bowser fight. Like, it can't be that bad, right? Okay, well, it's bad if I take unnecessary damage like that, you know? Alright, well, that's 2 hits. We just need 1 more, and we're done with the rematch. Not that bad, really. I took more damage from Topper. How embarrassing is that? Is it gonna make us do this whole ending sequence again? Sure looks like it. Alright, well, let's do the ending sequence for the 3rd time, because... why not? Now, the question is this section any harder? I imagine not, but, well... no, it doesn't really seem like it's any harder. I mean, that's okay, but... is it really okay, though? Wonder if this gets you anything or if it's just for fun. I definitely feel like they didn't really need to include the ending sequence again after the rematch, because, like, if you wanted to do that so bad, you would just do the normal read. Like, come on. Let's make sure we don't jump in the hole this time. I see you right there. And now we just finish it off, and then we're good. And then it's off to farming coins because hacking heck. So many outfits. I want to say we have like 50k coins at least to farm. It's so bad. And not having Luigi's Balloon World, because you, like, I'm not sure I mentioned this, but you need to use you need to link a Nintendo account, and I'm just haven't done that with this profile, so just yeah, it looks like that didn't really do anything for us, but we did it, 100%. You gotta do. All right, so I think the best place to farm coins is in Bowser's Kingdom. I mean, I could easily see us not finishing until next stream. Hopefully, we're done by next stream, and it doesn't take a whole nother stream after that to get all the coins we need. But this game sometimes, man. I want to say it's this one. Right now, we gotta wait. Actually, you know what would be really helpful right now? A red brick that gives you a coins multiplier. Doesn't seem like there's anything left to do here. Oh, you're so wrong, Kathy. We have so much coins that we need to farm here. Oh boy. That's a lot of coins, but or it's a decent amount of coins, but it's nothing compared to the vast amount we have to do. Oh man. Well, I guess it's probably a decent time to talk about what my plans are after Super Mario Odyssey, because this is the last 3D Mario game for now. They may just decide to release one soon, but we're not looking at that yet. But so obviously we're going to be not really playing Mario for a while after. We're going to instead be swapping to playing some games made using Zelda Classic, which is it's an engine that allows you to make your own games in the style of the 2D Zelda games. And there's some games I did really enjoy with that when I tried it out a while ago. So I'm really wanting to just try and go for 100% on those, and I feel like it'd be really fun to do those on stream. And that helped me be a lot more focused than I might have been when I originally played it. But I've got 3 fan games that have been made that I plan on playing. Starting with my favorite, then then having another one that I enjoyed a fair amount, and then a third one. So one thing to keep in mind is that I chose ones that use the graphical style of the Oracle games and Link's Awakening, because those are my favorite Zelda games. I'm not sure if I'm ever gonna play those on stream. Just because technically, if you want to go do 100%, it could require like 6 runs of the game, and I just, or well, 3 runs of each game, and I just don't know if I want to spend that much time. As much as I love the game, that might be a bit too much effort to really enjoy. Because you have to do this whole account linking and stuff, and I don't know. Like, as much as I love the Oracle games, I don't know if I want to do like a full completion 6 times. Well, I should say like full completion of 2 games. Oh, come on! Time loss. But I may play Link's Awakening on the stream at some point. I do have the Switch version, and it was still very enjoyable. But yeah, I pretty much chose fan games that use the Oracle games graphical sequence. There's one I chose where it looked interesting that had that, but I'd never played before. So that could end up being a complete disaster as the game just turns out to be trash. But I don't imagine it'll be trash. I think it was decently rated well enough that it shouldn't be trash. But after we do those 3, we're not going to do more Zelda. We're going to probably do... I'm going to try Hollow Knight and Hollow Knight Silk Song after that. I don't know if that's going to be a huge mistake or not. I may have to have differing definitions of 100% from some people. Because some people might argue, oh, you need to go and beat the game without dying once or something. And, like, I don't know if I want to spend that much, especially with a game as hard as those are. Like, I might pass on that. I've seen all the content, really. I don't need to beat it deathless. But, you know, it's games I've not played before, so that could be quite challenging to get through. And after that, I think I'm probably just gonna try to see if I can do 100% Boom Blocks and Boom Blocks Bash Party, because something's really calling to me with those games. Just I really want to play those again. They're so good. I don't know if I ever got 100% because there's some like really challenging stuff, some really challenging bonus levels available. But yeah, I think it would just be really good to play those. Now, there might be multiplayer and stuff, and I can't really do that because I don't really have a lot of Wii remotes on me, but I don't know. It could be... That part could be a little tricky. But in general, I think that would probably be a fun thing to do. I don't think I really want to plan too much beyond that, because, like, I have been streaming for many, many months now. Not a full year yet, but I'm only just finishing up the second franchise, or set of games. You could argue there's a lot of Mario games I want to complete the franchise, but the 3D Mario franchise is pretty much done at this point. But so I don't want to like plan too much in advance when who knows how long it will take for me to get there, and then I'm gonna be when I actually get to it, it's like, oh man, you know, I kind of wanted to play this other game instead. And I don't know, it's just it's gonna be a bit rough to plan out so far in advance. Now, granted, the other classic games shouldn't take anywhere near as long, and there's only 3 of them. At least I hope not. Maybe there's some challenging bonus content that they have. Hollow Knight and Hollow Knight Silk Song. Like, I imagine, like, doing, like, a casual any percent playthrough wouldn't take too long, but going for 100%, oh, there might be some, like, bonus bosses that are just brutal. But at the same time, I know I'm going to want to try and do it. I think I'd like Marble Blast. Maybe it's more, I'm kind of just trying to go through games, for the most part, go through games I have, played before, because, you know, I'm not making a lot of money from streaming yet. Or, well, I really haven't made any until today. If the pennies I get from the ad revenue is anything. So, I don't want to, like, spend too much money on, like, additional games just for stream. I am making an exception for Hollow Knight and stuff, because I hear it's a really good game. And, you know, I like Metroidvanias, but I've just, like, for some reason, never really played them, other than, you know, the Metroid games. Even then, I haven't played a lot of the Metroid games. Like, I played Metroid Dread, and then, like, at some point, I played Metroid Fusion. Oh, that reminds me. I was thinking, maybe, just maybe, after Boom Blocks, maybe I'll do Metroid Prime series. I'm not fully sure about that. I know I have played Metroid Prime 1 and 2. I just never got around to playing 3. But there are some really annoying things if you want to get 100% in Metroid Prime 1. Because I know there's, like, these ice bats that show up in one area once, and then they don't show up ever again. So if you miss those, then you just locked out of 100%. And that's just so annoying. So I'm definitely going to have to look up, like, what some of the missable scans and stuff are. Like, where to do Metroid Prime. I know Metroid Prime 3, it definitely has a lot of missable content. That's a bit rough. But still. They do have very fun explorations. So. I know there's been, like, some complaints about Metroid Prime 4. The only main complaint I've really heard, well, there's two. One is, there's a companion who joins who's just really annoying. And, well, I guess it's about time Metroid got to learn what several other games had, because numerous other games have an annoying companion, so it's not like... To me, I wouldn't really imagine it being a deal breaker, but we'll have to wait and see. And I know that there's something about... There's this open desert area between other areas and stuff. And it has, like, being able to change the music there is locked behind using an amiibo or, like, getting 100% or something. I don't know. I'm not really bothered by that. It's kind of a choice, but at the end of the day, I'm going to be trying to do... Well, I care about the rest of the game. This is not so much the desert. Well, I say that, but we'll have to wait and see. Maybe you have to do an awful lot there for 100%. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I do plan on getting a Nintendo Switch 2 pretty soon. But I'm not really going to have much games on it that I'm going to be playing on stream, at least not for a while. I do plan on getting Mario Kart World, obviously. And, like, I guess, like, there's a fair amount of stuff you could do for 100% there, but I think I'm just going to play it casually, not on stream. Same with Donkey Kong Bonanza. Oh gosh, that reminds me. One of the games I was planning on getting is Kirby Air Riders. I heard that they have an extremely cursed speedrun category. One that takes like they let you take a bunch of breaks, and you can have like a 60 over a 60-day period to get all of your run in. And I'm just like, I read that and I was just like, what in the world are they doing making a speedrun category that could take you like a month or two to actually do? That's crazy. And like the category is pretty much just like how many different combinations of things can we do? It's every track with every racer on every vehicle, and it's just like, why go to those links? Why make a speedrun category? It just makes that just seems so incredibly silly to do. You know, I'm definitely gonna look up seeing about getting linking a Nintendo account to this profile, because who boy, this is going to take quite a while, and I think I'd rather do Luigi's Balloon World. At least it's something new and interesting compared to running this for 3 hours straight. Because we are not getting coins fast enough. My liking. Oh boy. Yeah, I do plan on getting Kirby Arrows. I really need to get Kirby and the Forgotten Land at some point. I know that like when it came out, I was still going through Star Allies, and Star Allies is just, I don't know what they were thinking. Well, because they have a mode that's basically like, if you want to arguably get 100%, you gotta go pretty much through all the main levels in the game as every character, and it's just, that takes so gosh dang long. And while there's like some occasional unique stuff here and there, it's such a slog to get through, and it's not really that enjoyable to do it like 40 times. And I think that really just made me think like, I want to play Kirby in the Forgotten Land at some point, but I think we're gonna hold off on that for a bit until later. And then all these other games came out, and it's just haven't had time to get around to it. I will also be getting Mario and Luigi Brothership soon. I'm excited for that game. I am a big fan of the Mario and Luigi series, even though Paper Jam was pretty mid. It's got enjoyable aspects to it, and just seeing an original, or a game that's more creative, which I assume Brothership is, will just be very exciting to see. It's like part of the problem with like my casual gaming right now is that I'm just playing some games that take very, very long to 100%. Like right now, well, like I played Elden Ring for a while, and Elden Ring being open world means it takes a while. Add on to that the classic Soulsborne difficulty, and it just takes a while to get everything done. You know, like technically speaking, I didn't do true 100% because I didn't do every ending and stuff, but I pretty much tried to do everything that was feasible in one playthrough, because that's good enough for me. But that took a while. But I didn't mention it. I'm currently doing Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom casually. And Part of me wonders why I'm doing 100%, because there's just so many aspects that are kind of. I'm currently having to grind out drops from all sorts of things in order to fully upgrade all the outfits. It's like arguably that's something that would make up 100%, but like at least I'm getting good at like killing a lot of the boss enemies that are just around, out and about. But it is just annoying how much you have to do. I've like explored a lot of the areas though, so now like at some point I'm gonna have to go back and check exactly to see what I'm missing, because I'm not doing that right now. I'm just kind of hoping that I got everything first time around. I know I didn't, probably. I'm not sure if they used some kind of like percentage, say like, oh, you completed 95% of this area, so I know to look around for another Korok seed or something. But I don't know. It's definitely a bit rough. Being open world, it's not as enjoyable as it could have been. I hope I hope the next Zelda game is not an open world game. Now, I guess arguably, Echoes of Wisdom was the next Zelda game. That game was pretty fun, and I definitely did 100% that. It just no, it didn't even take that long comparatively. And even if it was like a pretty open world in some regards, it wasn't the kind of open world that I hate. I guess you could also consider Age of Imprisonment to be the next Zelda game after. But I don't know. I'm not sure if I'll play Age of Imprisonment, but that might just be because I'm just kind of I've had enough of Tears of the Kingdom already, and just saying like, hey, you want more of it? Even though like I'd probably enjoy that more than Tears of the Kingdom at this point. I just don't feel like I really want to play. I did play like Age of Calamity, and I'm pretty sure 100% of that with a friend, but I don't know. It has been quite some time since I played it. But I do remember going through every mission, getting all the Korok seeds and that, so yeah. I know like the original Hyrule Warriors. 100% on that. I don't think I managed to achieve. Just because like the bonus campaigns are just there's so much. And some of the missions got really hard, I think. Maybe one day I will play Hyrule Warriors and Chicken. I don't know. Might not be the best. They get especially grindy later on. And here I am complaining about saying like, oh, I don't know if I want to play this game because it's going to be grindy. And here I'm out grinding out thousands upon thousands of coins. So maybe I'm not really in any position to talk about something being too grindy. Oh, and I fell early. Time loss. It's all right. It happens. Now, I guess there is going to be the question of whether I want to get to 999 moons, because, you know, like, technically speaking, it wouldn't really... That is a little extra thing you can do, and it would only cost 1,100 moons, which is chump change compared to everything else I have to get. I may end up just doing that at the end. Just a nice way to end it off. Or it might not. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I know I've like had thoughts about like just playing random DS games that I've played over the years. I don't know how much I would actually go through with it, but you know, there's some things that may be fun to just play again. Like Lego Battles, for example. That was a pretty fun game. I don't know if like 100% would be particularly interesting to do, but I feel like it might be. And of course, there's Lego Battles Ninjago. That one was also good. In general, I do at some point need to go through several of the Lego games because those, at least the earlier ones, were definitely a real delight to play. Like Lego Star Wars games, the original 3. Lego Indiana Jones, both that one and the second one. Probably Lego Batman. I think Lego Lord of the Rings is good too. I'm like trying to remember some of the other ones. You love the PC ones? Like which ones, for example? Because that's really a pretty broad category since a lot of them have been ported to PC, I'm pretty sure. Lego City Undercover, that's a good one. Even though it's open world, it's still got a lot of the classic Lego gameplay loop, which is pretty funny. Or sorry, pretty fun. It's also just a great game in general. I do not know which one you're referring to. Guessing there might possibly be a typo there, but me being dumb. Lego Pirates of the Caribbean was also pretty fun too, so that would be another one to add to the list of games I may play on stream. Among the side, the other, the Lego Star Wars, of course, would be the first priority and the one I'd play first, of course, just because it is the iconic Lego game. One thing I probably would not play though is Skywalker Saga. Like that game had the game was fun and all, but like it's not. It doesn't play at all like the other Lego games. It's mostly just like the levels themselves that follow the story are kind of like the least enjoyable parts of the game, and it's more fun just going around the set pieces and trying to find all the secrets. Yeah, it's very like Odyssey in that regard, if you think about it. But it just didn't quite feel like the old Lego Star Wars games, unfortunately. Add on to that the fact that, well, okay, so the game was definitely a bit buggy sometimes. I know this because I played the game with a friend, and there was definitely issues at some points in time. And add on to the fact that like that game has credits that are like over an hour long. One of the few times when sitting through the first time you go through the credits, and I'm just like, all right, you know, this is long enough. We're done. We're leaving. I'm not watching these credits. I don't care how many people worked on it. I just want to move on. Yeah, like I just in general, I was not necessarily a fan of the Lego games moving more towards open world. Because like I said, like with Skywalker Saga, I think it kind of moved too much in a direction I didn't like. I think it can still be fun, but I need to have a lot more appreciation with the franchise in general that the game is based off of. Because I want to say that there was like a Lego Marvel superheroes game that I started, but then I just never ended up playing most of it. And it was open world too, and it was just kind of like, I'm not actually that invested in Marvel to really want to go through this. And it's just a shame. That means Lego Batman 2, despite having the open world formula as well, basically it's more like it needs to have good, like it can have an expansive hub world, or well, open world too, but the levels need to be good and stand on their own. Otherwise, it kind of ruins part of the fun of the game. And the more they go away from it, the more they focus on the open world, the more it has, the bigger chance that it's just going to feel a little hollow. I don't know. That is just me rambling. I've been in these clouds way too long. We are just gonna go straight if we're trying to buy the skeleton outfit first. Please don't fall off. Please go in the pot, thank you. And we're just gonna work our way going down the list. I will also say in general that I am of the opinion that I preferred when the Lego games didn't have voice acting. Because it just feels more right that way when they're just making gestures and having to make jokes in other ways than just simple dialogue. That being said, like there are some pretty good jokes in the ones that are voiced. Lego Lord of the Rings, for example, there's just some really, really stupid moments. And I have to remember in Skywalker Saga, they you can have it so that you have Obi-Wan telling Anakin to not shoot civilians, which is kind of a crazy thing to think about, to have him staying. It's just like, what? I did play in like mumble mode for most of going through Skywalker Saga, but when I heard about that line, I had to hear it for myself. And it was so great just hearing that. Well, and that being said, like if they're telling an original story, then it makes more sense to have voice acting. Like some of the Lego Batman games, Lego City Undercover, of course. But when it's just when it's more or less just insert franchise here, then it doesn't really need to be voiced as much. Oh, we're still here. We're not even at 9,999 after almost like an hour of farming. Crazy. How did they make the outfits so gosh dang expensive, man? Ridiculous. You could go on 100% in the game and you're not even close. I'd like. It would be real nice if I could say we could at least afford the skeleton by the end of the stream, but I don't think we're gonna even get that far. Jeez, we need like 3,500 points for that. Switch's internet was acting up earlier too, so like it took me a while to just make sure everything was set up to go do Luigi's Balloon World, and then I completely forgot about the Nintendo Online. Not Nintendo Online, just link a Nintendo account. It's just right. I mean, maybe I just make a new Nintendo account for this profile. It doesn't really matter too much, I don't think. Yeah, it shouldn't. I'm using like physical cartridges anyways. I don't know if it's going to be relevant any other time in the future, but maybe. I think we can at least get past 7,500. That seems like a good goal to aim for by the end of the stream. Can't even do that, then ouch. To say the least. Let's see, what else to discuss? I guess since we did Darker Side, I could just talk a bit more about my thoughts on it. So it definitely feels a lot more of an endurance test than most of the other final challenges. Now, granted, like they're all endurance tests, but Darker Side especially so. But it doesn't really. Well, it just expects you to make little mistakes here and there. and they really do add up. And it's kind of crazy that they give you opportunities to get 2 life up hearts. The Sphinx one especially is crazy because you just need to answer like 1 question correctly, and then it's just there forever. At least with the life up heart at the beginning, you have to fight the UFO every time, which is definitely a bit annoying and a little time consuming. And I'm still glad that they do offer those hearts because I needed them, unfortunately. And I could have beaten it without it, but you know, it would have taken a whole lot longer. I still definitely feel like Champions Road has got to be the hardest final challenge. Because like even with the power up, like the main power ups I don't know. Granted, I didn't bring Super Release Champions Road, so maybe that would have made it a lot easier. I don't know. Now, of course, like a lot of that could be attributed to the fact that I'm just Mario. What are you doing? I am terrible at beat blocks for whatever reason. Like naturally, that's going to be a cause of a lot of deaths, or it was the cause of a lot of deaths when I did Champions Road. I feel like especially Crown, because it really does feel so easy when you bring a Super Leaf. And I think I would actually probably put that as easier than Perfect Run. No, Grandmaster Galaxy itself would obviously just straight up be the easiest out of all the final challenges. That's because it's not really the final challenge, and it has checkpoints. Now, the real question is, where do you put Perfect Run, and where do you put Darker Side? Because I feel like I want to put a Darker Side as easier than Perfect Run. Because, like, while it is definitely, like, the longest one, it's definitely not... It is pretty easy. You don't get that same, like, anticipation you get when you get close to finishing Perfect Run. But yeah, in terms of difficulty from easiest to hardest, I'd say... Special 8 Crown, Darker Side, Perfect Run, and then Champions Road. Champions Road is like above and beyond like the hardest 3D Mario content they've made. Like it took me so long to beat that on stream. Whereas like all the other ones I kind of beat within an hour. So yeah. Like, maybe I'll go back and double check like how long I spent on each one, at least for the first clear, because you know I had to do Champions Road 5 times, and I had to do Special 8 Crown 2 times, because I didn't have to do Perfect Run or Darker Side more than once. Unless you count like dying near the end and then having to redo it all as another having to do it again, but I don't think that really counts. Me taking stupid damage as usual. Then I'm really gonna need to like pre-plan a bunch of topics to talk about next stream if I'm not able to get Luigi's Balloon World working. And even if I do, there's just so much grinding we're gonna have to do. But for now, we'll just keep going. I think we'll try to aim for 8,000. Well, okay, yeah, we're definitely like going to be able to get 8,000. I am curious just like how much faster Luigi's Balloon World is. Because I've seen people say that it's really fast. But it's kind of like, it must give absurd amounts of coins for that to be the case. And you know, maybe it does. But that's just something we're going to have to figure out. Throw it in so we can get our 8,000 quota. Climate Mario. All right. Hey, bro, one. I got this much coins. Money laundering. I mean, what? Okay, you know what? We'll do one more, and then we'll probably call it for tonight. Yeah, the dark side was a bit rougher than I was expecting. Darker side was a little bit easier than I was expecting. And the grind was painful, which not really surprising. Alright, well, we'll just go to the Odyssey for now. Excuse me. Alright, so we're at 8,299 coins. We have... Excuse me. Sorry. 1,700 more coins left to get the skeleton outfit. There's at least one other 9,999, and there's tons of other outfits that are just ridiculous costs. Hopefully Luigi's Balloon World just makes it really easy so we don't have to worry. And yeah. So thank you guys for watching. We will see you all next time, which should be on Tuesday. Seeing it a lot. But yeah. See you all next time.